The definition of resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness. That is why we would like to introduce to you FORTIFY Christian County. FORTIFY is our unique strategy to business retention and expansion, formation and attraction that seeks to equip the business community with the resources and relationships required to sustain and protect their growth.
Being a counselor for Show Me Christian County has been very educational. Normally you don't go into businesses and sit down and actually talk to them and find out everything that there is to know. By knowing their strengths and their weaknesses, that gives us the ability to go in and see where we could possibly help them from an entire county.
I think about what I've seen in Sparta over the last few years and the involvement that Show Me Christian County's had and Andrea's had, going in there, providing that support, bolstering up our resources, the networking piece of it. It's really been important to us to see that growth and to continue to see the support that the smaller communities get from that economic side. That's tremendous for us in helping us grow our communities.
The goals of FORTIFY are to assist our companies through a financial analysis so that they can better understand their operating cycle, allowing for more revenue to be saved for that internal resilience or rainy day fund within the business. Also, through our strategic partners like the Small Business Development Center, we can work with them to establish individualized consulting services and address those stated or assessed needs. But they might not know what they need, and that's why we want to partner with them to create a business resilience plan, identifying things that could harm or risk their business, like a global pandemic, or an IT hack, or maybe a natural disaster. The list of possibilities are endless, and that's why we want to work with our business owners so that they can think through those risks and then immediately help them adapt and draft emergency procedures on how they would respond.
We were no different than any other restaurant, even though our brand's been around for almost 15 years. During the pandemic, it was a gut shot to a lot of people, and our restaurant was no different with Show Me Christian County. And unfortunately, or at least fortunate, I guess, we had to lay people off, and that was the first time that we'd ever even had to debate whether that was an option. The resources that they had and their willingness to jump in, and to be honest, they reached out to me. So I wasn't looking for a resource and didn't even quite know at the time how important the resource that they had for us during the pandemic was. And it was amazing that they knew all the things that went there. When there was information that was coming through on changes and updates, they would reach back out and make sure that we were in the loop and made sure that we stayed involved in the level of how we get back to whatever the new sense of normal is going to be for a while. And that was a big help to us.
So we've had a great 2020 with Show Me Christian County, I guess as good as 2020 could be for anybody. We met Andrea earlier this year prior to the pandemic and talked about some of the needs for our business, which is a bit unique. She was really supportive in learning about our business, what we do. And then when the pandemic hit, our primary market, which is colleges and universities across the country, really had a rough year. So we shifted gears and put our seamstresses into production of PPE, making face masks, and we've made thousands of face masks and shipped them across the country.
During the shutdown, we definitely saw an increase in business at businesses in Nixa, how people who really came out to help those local businesses, and how we were able to adapt. We were really able to change those businesses to be able to do curbside, to be able to do delivery. And along with our chambers of commerce, Show Me Christian County, those types of organizations were able to reach out to those businesses and really support them as they went through the challenges of the pandemic.
For those industries in which it applies, we want to also come alongside them and make sure that they are adapting to the e-commerce business cycle and how business is done today. We want to assist businesses in establishing an e-commerce business model to adapt to various situations. Through the pandemic, so many of our businesses had to pivot and immediately launch themselves into the e-commerce model. However, they may not be doing it the most efficient and effective way possible. And we want to pair them with mentors and offer classes and courses to help make sure that their business is sustainable with the way things are done today. As a business owner, surviving adversity is all about building a strong line of defense. You need to know that there are people in your corner that care as much about your success as you do. Fortify is defined as strengthening a business with defensive works so as to protect it against attack. Partner with Show Me Christian County, and we'll help you do just that.